We're now in the boatyard. There's been a million things that we've been trying to get done before leaving the yard.
We are going to take our mast down.
Hey, I see the cable down.
What's happening?
We're tearing our ceiling panels down. What you doing?
Making rain.
We still don't know where the leak is coming from. You don't realize how much metal you have on your boat until you have to polish every square inch of it. It's crazy what the environment does to boats. Almost there.
We have a new mast. The state of Soulianis.
So we haven't been on the camera much lately. Probably because we're a little bit sad. We're wrapping up our sailing season. We're now in the boatyard. And we've been in the process of trying to get a cargo van
We're here in Miami trying to buy a van.
that we can drive/live in this summer while we're in the Midwest. Hi.
Hey, what you doing?
Trying to give an update on what's been happening in the last couple weeks and what's supposed to happen today.
At 10 a.m. this morning, we are supposed to get our new summer home delivered to us. It is a van, and its name is Chip.
We've already named our van and we don't even technically own him yet. Him. It's a him. Our boat's a her, so our van is going to be a him.
Okay, hold on. We're not giving up on sailing, so why are we buying a van? 6 weeks ago, we extended our work trip to Utah so that we could look for vans. We knew we'd be traveling around a lot over hurricane season, and our families live 600 miles apart. So instead of having to buy plane and train tickets and renting cars, and since we'd have no home otherwise, we decided our best option would be to buy a place to sleep on wheels.
We were so close to buying a van. We've driven the entire state of Florida, Fort Myers to Miami.
We literally just got beat out by another couple that drove all the way from Fort Myers to look at the exact same vehicle in the exact same spot at the exact same time as us, and they beat us there by about 5 minutes, so we didn't get to buy the van.
Miami to Orlando, Orlando to Jacksonville.
Thank you. Get a
Security clearance?
security clearance to go look at this van we're gonna see.
Wow.
Well, back to Orlando,
Sarasota,
and
back to Miami,
It's been a week of searching.
all the way down to Key
And then
West.
to Key West. Finally decided yesterday to go for this van that has a lien on it, unfortunately, so it's making it extra complicated to try to buy it. There's actually 2 of them that this company is selling, and they're chip distributors. This is the one that we're not getting, but this is what it used to look like. The one that we want to buy is right over here and just got its wrap taken off, so looks like a brand new Transit. So now we're just waiting for the president of the company to find the title, and we're really hoping that he can find the title. It's been a whole big debacle of trying to get clear title and somehow get the van to us, and then we need to get back to the boat in Key West to be able to bring it back up here to Port Charlotte to store it away. So we struck a deal that they're going to come to Port Charlotte and drop off the van to us once they got the clear title.
We're not very good at buying vehicles or boats. We seem to find a way to look at hundreds of them before we end up with one, and it doesn't ever seem to go very smoothly or quickly or easily.
So that's what's been happening.
Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah, straight back, and then I will come down and meet you. See you in a moment. Our van? Our van is here. Okay. Is this what I want to wear?
You actually match.
Okay.
It's good.
Will you come check it out with me?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Oh, there's our van.
Hey, Orlando. You made it. Thanks so much. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hold on to. And we got a little present. Maduros, our favorite.
Which are
They are sweet plantains.
more chips.
More chips. Oh, so much time we've invested in this. And it worked.
Here we are.
With an empty van.
Oh.
We got the van.
You gonna drive it to the boat?
Yeah.
Chip delivery.
Chip delivery. Chip, Rom, Soulianis.
With our summer transportation and living accommodations now secured, we got back to prepping the boat for our departure.
Okay.
Our anchor road still had some caked mud and dirt on it, so Kirk pulled out all 200 feet and sprayed it off. He then wiped off any remaining boatyard residue before I pulled it back into the locker. Next on the list was prepping the mast for unstepping. There were a couple reasons why we were doing this.
When you get really high winds, a monohull ditches some of the stresses by heeling over. When you're on a cradle on land, your boat is not going to heel over, and so the stresses just build up. And even with just a bare pole, there's a lot of stress that can build up, especially in hurricane force winds. When you prepare your boat for hurricane season, you strip down anything possible that will rip or tear or catch wind, any canvas, any fabric, anything that is windage. Your mast is a pretty big piece of windage, and yes, it's strong, but it will transfer a lot of that energy directly into the hull of your boat through the rigging or through the mast itself. So we are going to take our mast down. Beside reducing windage overall, we wanted our mast down for another reason. At certain wind speeds in specific directions, the mast will start to pump, sending unwanted reverberations throughout the boat. We've talked to a few other Tartan 37 owners who've experienced the same thing, and we didn't want to allow this to happen in potentially strong winds all summer long.
Okay.
Hey guys, see the cable down. Yeah.
It also helped that we had done this once before, and we're fairly comfortable with the process.
What's happening?
We're tearing our ceiling panels down to try to find the leak. Pretty sure it's coming in through the dory box up there that we've had since we bought the boat, and we haven't been able to do anything about it yet. Oh, so you want to take that one ceiling panel down? Get ready for a game of reverse Tetris, or something like that. Every time we need to get at something behind the walls or the ceiling or the floor, it seems to require removing 5 times as many trim pieces as we think it should, and about 1 million more screws than we thought could exist on one boat. So we took down all the ceiling panels. We still don't know where the leak is coming from. We actually sprayed the deck down. What you doing?
Making rain. See where our leak might be coming from.
Nothing ended up coming through, which is kind of strange, but also not, because usually it would take a really long time once it started raining for the leak to actually come through. Sometimes if it was a light rain, we wouldn't see the leak until the next day. So we're not going to be able to get it done before we have to leave and go back up north. So we're going to try it next year. But in the meantime, I'm cleaning all the mold off the fiberglass that was growing underneath the ceiling panels. And then we're going to put up our new panels that Kirk cut. They're out of plastic instead of like a fiber board, so should definitely be resistant to mold.
Can't even hardly tell the difference.
Really?
Yeah. That doesn't look too bad. We gave the hull a thorough cleaning. We used diluted toilet bowl cleaner to remove the stains from where the deck drains through the tow rail, and followed up over the entire hull with boat soap. Having 2 ladders is freaking awesome. It makes things so much faster.
Oh, hi, Chip. With the hull freshly cleaned, Kirk set about buffing and waxing, while I polished all the rust off the stainless. So I'll show you what we've been doing here to clean up all of the stainless steel. Here's a little piece that I haven't done yet. This stuff works wonders, but not without your elbow grease. Okay. You don't realize how much metal you have on your boat until you have to polish every square inch of it.
That evening, I disconnected our flexible solar panels from the Dodger and stowed them away. The next day, I started construction of our new mini-mast to support the huge UV cover we'd be draping over the entire boat.
We're supposed to be leaving the yard tomorrow. We probably won't be leaving till Saturday because the boat still looks like this. There's been a million things that we've been trying to get done before leaving the yard. We've never done this before. We've never put our boat away for, well, any period of time. So now leaving it in Florida and knowing that we're in the hurricane box and we're leaving it in a super hot and humid environment, it's definitely got us a little bit worried because we don't know if what we're doing is going to be adequate. We don't know if we're missing something. We're hoping we come back to the boat in the fall and it's not covered in mold or the sun hasn't burned a hole through something or all the metal isn't rusted. It's crazy what the environment does to boats. We have a hard deadline to get back up to the Midwest, back to my parents' house where I grew up, because they just sold it. They've been so kind to store a bunch of my childhood stuff that I still have. They close next week and we need to be up there a couple days before they close to get all of my stuff. So back to packing.
So now we go see how this fits and how sturdy it is. Lauren!
Yeah,
We have a new mast.
we have a new mast.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tell me if this is the right way.
Okay.
You're going to use butyl rubber tape around the inside corner and hopefully give us a nice watertight seal. We should put this in and it'll just squeeze right out. So I've wrapped the bases in a rag like so. Our stays are going to rest up against our handrails and be supported. That's pretty solid. The state of Soulianis. Actually looking pretty clean right now.
Glad you think so.
Half an hour ago, this place was even more trashed.
Yeah, that's true. And so that's what we have left, but I don't think we need to actually put stuff down there.
Okay.
Because we're taking so much stuff out of the boat so we can just set it on top of things.
This is the coolest spot in the boat right now. Standing right in front of the air conditioner. And it is awesome. Okay, so this is the state of things on deck. We've replaced all of our nicely varnished wood with sacrificial wood. We've got our new carbon mast nicely covered up. Any of the other areas where things are going to get stuck and tear our sunshade are also covered up. Now I'm going to go around and tie a bunch of paracord all over the deck to finish our tent. Come check out my entrapment scenario.
I have no pants on.
I'm on 1%, just get up here.
Wow. Look at that.
I think that'll hold the shade off the boat, don't you? So I just put our UV shade out on the deck about 5 minutes ago. Currently, the white part of the deck says 122 degrees. Under the shade, 99 degrees. That's only in 5 minutes. This is 50% UV block, so that cuts our time in the sun in half on our teak. So we're gonna be gone for roughly 3 months. It'll only seem to the boat like it was here for a month and a half.
And we've probably got an hour left until the sun goes down and we're eaten alive.
A week and a half well done.
Not yet finished.
Sunset isn't fantastic, but it is pretty out though.
Oh, and we were so quick to dismiss the sunset. This is it. This is the last day. It's 10 a.m. Kirk's putting on the last zip ties to hold down the sunshade. We just swapped out the AC for the dehumidifier. The entire boat is turned inside out. We got the salt in the buckets. We got our Canberra gel out. Oh, Kirk swapped the batteries so that we're only going to be running off of our starter battery, which is a lead acid battery, and leaving all of our carbon, what are they again?
Carbon foam.
Carbon foam batteries to just slowly discharge because that's supposed to be better for them. And what else do we do?
We cleaned the whole inside of the boat.
Yeah, we cleaned a lot yesterday. We were still cooking yesterday. I was doing dishes and we still had the refrigerator running. So last night I finally got the refrigerator cleaned out. I think we're ready to go. I think we're gonna start taking bets on how much mold we're gonna find when we get back. I'm hoping 0.
Well, I think we know who's gonna win that bet.
All right, let's have a look-ski at this boat.
To encourage airflow and discourage any mold growth, we left every locker open, pulled every cushion away from its normal resting place, and made sure any towels, bedding, and other textiles were sealed in vacuum-packed bags.
Another salt bucket in there. All of our port lights are covered. Got some more Reflectix in our midship hatch. Keep our boat clean and dry. Is this my last time leaving the boat?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know when my last time was. It wasn't special. Should I get in and get back out?
No, because I don't want to put this back in.
Alright, we did as best as we could, right?
I think so.
Hopefully we come back and everything is as we left her.
Yeah. That's a wrap.
Alright, boat, take care of yourself.
Bye, boat.
It's all up to you now.